Guys and girls, we did it. 10,000 subscribers. 10,000. I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. Before I get into this video, thank you so much. Started this year out with just over 1,000, and to finish with 10,000, you guys have no idea how much that means to me. I would write it out in my journal as the year went on, but it was one of those big goals that you set. It scares you to set because you have all these doubts in your head. You're like, damn, 10,000, like 10x, really? But we did it, and it's all thanks to you guys. So I just want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. You guys mean the world, and I'm so excited to see what we can do in 2023. I asked on Instagram for you guys to ask me any questions for this Q&A here, and there's 10 great questions. So let's dive into them, and I'll see you guys in the first one. All right, guys, so question number one that we have here, don't mind if I'm reading this, is what's your biggest trading aha moment this year? By the way, congrats on 10K subs. Thank you so much. So this is a great question. My biggest aha moment, I would say this year, is when I realized that my trading plan already worked well enough and I didn't need to add anything else in. You guys have heard me talk about this in previous videos. I think a couple videos ago where I talked about how I went through a slump this year because I got shiny balled into a new strategy that was all over, YouTube and stuff like that. And for some reason, like probably a lot of you, I ended up dropping what was working and going on to this next thing. My biggest aha moment was realizing that my strategy was great, and all I have to do is just implement that strategy, and I'm going to continue to have success in the markets, especially heading into 2023. If what you're doing is working, there's no need to change it. You know that saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it? Yes, we're going to evolve with the markets, and there's going to be little things that we need to pick up, but if your current trading strategy is working consistently, you know how to execute it every single day, there's no overthinking or anything, then just stick with it. Don't go out there and, add this, because next thing you know, your strategy that worked so well is now a combination of so many things that can throw off one thing, can throw off this thing, right? So I hope that answers question number one, and let's dive into question number two. All right, guys, so a question that I got here is, what was the biggest challenge with educating others? That was a little tongue twister there. I actually messed that up twice, so you guys are seeing the highlight reel of that little mishap there. But I would say the biggest challenge with educating others and trading and stuff like that was balance. This was my first year doing it, and what I struggled with was having balance, and not only focusing on others, but focusing on myself as well. And I didn't start implementing that until the last Q of this year. I was pretty much like a 24-hour service to people, and although it was amazing and I was helping others, I was kind of losing myself in the process. And it wasn't until I started putting boundaries up with my time and stuff like that, that I really started to just feel happier overall, off the charts in my real life. It can consume you. It's very, very easy to think that you have to be helping people at all times and answering the questions that you get right away, instantly, right? But you have to remember that you come first, right? Your education comes first, your learning, right? Your trading journey comes first, right? Then you can put your effort and focus on other things, right? So my advice to you, if you're starting, an education service or whatever it may be, is make sure that you have the balance, because that is something that I really struggled with this year. And I'd say it gave me some pretty big mental health hurdles because I just didn't know how to allocate my time for me, for my girlfriend, mixed with, helping other people and stuff like that. So yeah, man, I would say the biggest challenge is find that balance and make sure you keep that balance, right? Have a set hours throughout the day that you answer questions or you check the group or whatever it may be. But honestly, that's my best advice. And that's something that I'm going to be implementing myself in the new year here, is focusing on myself, number one, and then finding time, making hours throughout the day of when I'll be checking my community, mentorship, emails, all that kind of stuff. So I hope that helps you, my man, and I appreciate you. All right, guys, question number three here. This is a big one. Hamzat Chimaev versus Mac Gray, who wins? Well, this is obvious. I win. I feel like Hamzat Chimaev doesn't stand a chance against me. If you see this, bro, it's on site. Let's go. No, I'm just kidding, man. That guy would absolutely rip every limb off my body. My shoulder would be behind my back. My legs would probably be over there. There's no chance. If you guys don't get the joke, Hamzat Chimaev is my favorite UFC fighter. Same with my buddy Will, who asked this question. And yeah, if you guys want to see this guy's highlights, he's an absolute animal. So YouTube Hamzat Chimaev, I'm going to put a picture up of his face right here. And yeah, so no, I would not win. Although my ego says I would not. So on to the next question before he hears me, tracks me down, and makes me regret what I said. Question number 4 here. What's the biggest challenge you faced in 2022 and how did you overcome it? I would say the biggest challenge that I faced in 2022 was balancing my life with my work. And I know I just kind of touched on that. in the last couple questions there, but it really was my biggest challenge. I would honestly say that I'm a workaholic in the sense that I'm always here at my desk, even when I don't even have to be, constantly working. And although it is a blessing, it can be a curse at times as well. If you are someone like that as well, who's always on the charts, fine tuning stuff or, always trying to grow and educate yourself, although it is amazing, it can be a double-edged sword sometimes because I'm very, very bad at knowing when I need to rest. It's the same with going to the gym and stuff. I'm very bad at listening to my body and knowing when I need to take a rest. Otherwise, I just prolong fatigue and I end up burning out. And I actually burned out a couple times this year because I wasn't great at balancing my time, right? We obviously know that we have to put in a ton of effort here to succeed in whatever it may be, right? You have to put the time in. You have to put in way more time than not putting in time, right? What I'm saying is my biggest challenge was finding balance. And I feel like there's never gonna be full balance. There just isn't. If you want to get to that next level in anything, something has to give. That's just how it is. And some people may not agree with that, but if you want to be elite trader, if you want to be an elite entrepreneur, whatever it may be, you always have to be putting more time into that than not, right? So the balance is always going to be off. I'm not talking about total balance. What I'm talking about is knowing when I need to take a rest. How I overcame that was setting boundaries for myself on here. So listening to my body. If I'm feeling fatigued, get off for a bit, work for a couple hours, get off, work for a couple hours, get off. That's kind of the balancing act that I found the most success in. And I'm not burning out as much by doing so. So appreciate you, Dion. Hope you are having a happy holidays and I appreciate the question. I hope that helps any of you guys. And let's jump into the next question. All right, guys, question number 5. Why haven't you been to Norway to celebrate yet? Kim, I know you miss me. I miss you too, man. And I actually will be making my way out to Europe soon. I'm actually going to be in the UK, I believe, in June. A couple of my best friends and I are going to the UK. I think London, I believe. So anyone's interested in doing like a trader meetup or something like that, I think that is what I may do because I know I have a lot of you guys out in the UK who support me. I have a lot of friends over in the UK that trade and stuff like that. So if that's something you guys are interested in, let me know in the comments, but I will be heading over to the UK, I believe in June, for about a week or so. I'm not too sure. So if you're in that area, I look forward to meeting you and stuff like that. I think it'll be super cool. But Kim, Norway is on my bucket list. It looks absolutely beautiful. And I want to see you too, man. So I appreciate you, man. Again, hope you're having happy holidays. And let's jump into the next question. Question number 6. I hope you guys can hear me right now. Am I a funded trader? Yes, I'm a funded trader. I'm with FTMO. And what I want to do for this year coming up is allocate into different prop firms. So I have a question later on that I will dive deeper into this. But yes, I am funded and I plan on getting way more funding heading into next year. I've told you guys this before. My goal for the end of the year is 7 figures in funding capital. I'm excited to revisit this at the end of the year because this is my biggest goal for this year, and that's what I will be going full force to attain and achieve. And I'm excited to bring you guys along with me and see the progress as the year goes on. All right, question number 7, how I started creating content and any advice on how to document your journey. So how I actually started creating content was I wanted to document my own journey for when I'm older in life and I can look back on it. It was also something that I just wanted to do. I was very, very inspired from people online, from content creators online. Probably similar how, you are seeing my stuff, how I am seeing other people's stuff. It is inspiring if you have that, content creator bug inside you. But I just wanted to share my journey and see if people can relate, see if people enjoyed. And I honestly did it all for me, just basically to journal my progress in visual form, right? And video format as well, with YouTube and Instagram and all that stuff. So I actually believe it was a Gary Vee video that I saw. He was talking about how, if you're in your 20s and stuff like that, document everything, because it's amazing to look back on. People can learn from it and stuff like that. So that was kind of my main inspiration, I would say. The best way to get started is to just start. And I know it sounds silly, but don't care what anyone thinks. I know at the very beginning, I was super, super scared and worried about, what people would think, what few people would think. Guys, I was at 1,000 followers last year. Last year, I was at 1,000 followers, and now I'm at 65, almost 70,000. If I had listened to, the doubts in me saying, oh, what if this person sees this, or what if they laugh at me, or what if this, that, and the other, I would have missed out on the messages. I would have missed out on the relationships and the growth that I've had, not only as an individual, but on social media. And it's just been one of the best things I ever did. So my advice to you would be just start and don't care what anyone thinks. You're going to learn a lot as you go on. And just, if you get inspired by someone's content, let them know you get inspired. Maybe take something from him or her, whatever it may be, and, build your own little page here. And I think as social media grows, I think growing your own personal brand is an amazing thing. And I'm super, super excited and blessed that I did. And I'm super excited to see what's next on there. I think 100,000 followers on Instagram is coming next year. And I'm super grateful and excited for when that happens. So I hope that answers your question without me rambling on too much. I will be doing some social media content later on, potentially make a course on it, because I've had so much success. I'd be able to share my secrets and stuff like that with you guys. And if that's something you guys would, be interested in, let me know in the comments, and let's jump into the next one. All right, so question number 8, what do I think of prop firms? So this is the question I was talking about earlier in the video. What I think of prop firms, I think they're an absolute life-changing opportunity that we are so blessed, and I'm just so grateful that we have this opportunity. Back in the day, you used to have to go get investor money from friends or family or whatever it may be. The fact now that we just have to hone in and master our skill set, and then we get access to, millions of capital and funding is just insane. And to some, it may sound like too good to be true. That's how crazy it is. I would say, hone in on your skill. Once you have that consistency, definitely go the funding route. I think it is a life-changing experience and something you can scale up like crazy. And I will be doing more funding videos as the year goes on. That's something I really want to bring to the channel, passing them, reviews on them, all that kind of stuff. So I hope that helps, man. Question number 9 is, what is my biggest goal that's coming up? And will I be doing a podcast? So my biggest goals that I'm set on right now. So for social media, I want to have 20,000 subscribers by next year. And I want to have 100K followers on Instagram. And then trading, I want to have 7 figures in capital. So that's my goals there. So thanks for asking, and I'm excited to share them with you guys. And the last question there was podcast. Yes, I will be doing a podcast in 2023. I'm going to be moving, so I'll be talking about this later on, but I will be doing podcasts, and I'm super pumped to do them. And they'll most likely be weekly podcasts, and I can't wait to start implementing that. I'm not sure if it'll be on this channel or if I'll create another one, but it's something I've always wanted to do, and I will be doing it. I already have a sweet name that I can't wait to share with you guys, but I will wait to share with you guys, and we'll cross that bridge when it comes. But yes, podcast coming in 2023. Last question, guys, is thoughts on SMC, so Smart Money Concepts. I've talked about this in a previous video. I use some SMC concepts for sure. I think the community itself is very, very toxic, especially on Twitter and stuff like that, or Instagram, the 1 to 100s, 1 to 200s. I'm not saying they're not possible, but one thing that I realized is, they mouth off a lot, and they say people trading with 1 to 3 RRs is bad, and, they always talk down on others. So I would say the community as a whole is very, very toxic. But, if you're an SMC trader and you are doing very, very well, then I find you don't need to critique other people. You don't need to put down others. I feel like that's, just true in any avenue in life. You are never going to get hate from someone doing better than you. I truly, truly believe that. So a lot of these people who are talking down on other people, criticizing people's trading strategies, putting down this, that, and the other, if they were really doing well, if they were really, really happy with their progress, they would not feel the need to do that. So just think about it. You know, if someone's coming at you or saying that your RR is this or that or whatever it may be, as long as it works for you, that's all that matters. Okay. So that's my thoughts on SMC. I do use some SMC concepts. I can't remember if I said that in this rant here or not. But all in all, I think the community can be pretty toxic, but spread positivity, good vibes, and let's just keep growing, guys. Let's keep growing. There's no room for hate or any of that stuff. Okay. So I appreciate you guys. 10,000 subscribers if you watch to the end. Thank you so much. Please drop a like and a comment. It helps the algorithm. And before I go, I just wanted to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays for those who celebrate it. And I'm just super, super grateful to head into the new year with you all. Let's crush some goals. And what do I say at the end of every single video? Let's be 1% better every single day. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. And I'll see you next week.